you see right now came from this. This is the story of it. All the artwork that the churches and all the images that we have of Jesus right now all came from this right here, because everything started in the 4th century here in Italy, in Rome, to try to have an image of Jesus. And since they didn't know exactly, since there was no records or any kind of descriptions to say how he actually looked, as far as his skin color, as far as his features and all this other stuff, they could only go by like an analysis of, or just artistic renderings of what they use in this cloth. And since they was dealing in Italy, this is not to sound weird about it, but they wanted to factor in that, yes, this guy was
different
Hebrew.
icon.
Yeah, he was Hebrew, but he also spent time in Egypt, so he had a darker skin. He had the Hebrew Israelites of that time had darker skin. But since the images, and they wanted to tell a story in Rome, Italy, they wanted to have a lighter image that would actually be more acceptable to the people of that time to bring them. So if you tell them that Jesus was a darker skinned man from Israel or from Egypt or from these other lands, they're not going to buy into it. So they would. So they said, if you want to tell a story and have images of it, let's make him look more like us, so people have a way to be compassionate and understanding and say, I can see myself in him, and in some kind of way. So you put him up, you make his image artistic license, but we give him a lighter skin tone, make him seem like more palatable to the lighter skin generation of that time, to the Romans, the people with lighter skin. So that's why all these images put him like that, because they couldn't have that image or understand or try to factor in the idea that Jesus may have looked this color. So all the images starting from the 4th century in Rome, all came from this right here.
6th century also, different faces, huh?
So it talks about all the science, the human scans and everything about it behind it. But then, that's why I look like this. The reason why I like to bring people that's worldly desires, worldly aspirations. And they say, I gotta have the nicest car, I gotta have the nicest clothes, I wanna go out there and present myself as this, I wanna have this kind of life, I wanna have this kind of comfort in my life. But Jesus says, do not worry about what you clothes, what you wear.
Correct.
Is a body not more than food, and a body not more than clothing.
Correct.
So he says that because if you look at it in an objective viewpoint, everything in this world is meant to pass away. Everything here is just a fleeting.
Exactly.